Hi, and welcome to another edition of The Hot Seat. I am your host, Eric Pratt, and with me today I've got a very special guest, Jonathan Segal. Jonathan, welcome to The Hot Seat, brother.
Thank you. Pleasure to be here.
Man.
Thank you.
Can you tell me a little bit about where we are today?
We are in inbound 2018, Boston, Massachusetts, East Coast.
Do you know what the name of the convention center is?
This is the Boston Convention and Entertainment Center?
Boom, I think that's right, the BCEC.
Yeah.
BCEC. How many times have you been to the BCEC?
I have been here four times.
Fourth inbound?
Fourth inbound, yeah.
So we were talking a little bit earlier, like how would you describe our relationship? Like who are you to me and who am I to you?
We've had a professional relationship and we're also good friends.
Professional friends, I would call
Professional friends, yeah.
Professional friends. So we started working together, how long have we?
I think 2014, so about 4 years. Yeah, just over 4 years.
4 years. 4 years. We've worked with a lot of HubSpot.
Mm-hmm.
Worked with a lot of people.
Yep.
That was with you at a company hiring an agency, but I think you have some perspective before that. What'd you do at some point in your life that might be relevant to what I do now?
I started up and ran an agency for 9 years in Fiji Islands.
You own your own agency in Fiji?
Yep.
I heard the water there is really good.
Water's really, really good. I used to bathe in it.
What's your favorite thing about Fiji? What was your favorite thing?
The people. Hands down the people, yeah.
I heard the culture there is just awesome. Everybody's super accommodating, super friendly.
It's a great place to visit for sure.
9 years in Fiji.
Yeah.
You did more than visit there. What was your least favorite thing about Fiji?
Least favorite thing about Fiji, maybe politics.
Republicans?
Yeah, that's not a good answer. How about the least favorite thing about Fiji? Honestly, the weather. Well, that sounds crazy because people think it's tropical.
Yeah.
It's pretty hot for me.
Okay.
Pretty hot.
What about the agency side of things? Like, did you like owning an agency?
I did. I loved owning an agency. We had, we were doing stuff different in the country. It was about, I focused on a lot on basically creative and on customer experience, and those were things that didn't exist out there, I think, before the agency started. And we got a lot of buzz around that. It was fun building something up from nothing.
Yeah, very cool sense of accomplishment.
Yeah, absolutely.
What happened to that agency?
It's still up and running.
Really?
Yeah.
So the legacy carries on.
The legacy, it tries to, yeah.
That's awesome. That's awesome. You should be proud of that.
I'm proud. I'm proud.
What's your relationship status?
I'm divorced.
Divorced?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm single.
Single, okay. Yeah, just wondering, like you're like in a mourning period or something?
Yeah, I'm in a mourning period.
You got any kids?
I've got 3 children. Yeah.
3 children?
Yeah.
What are their names?
Miko is 12, Ethan is 19, and Kai is 21.
Nice, nice. Where's Ethan going to school right now?
Ethan is in his second year at Temple University in Philadelphia.
Temple Owls, I believe.
Temple Owls, that's exactly right.
Where is, don't you have a kid in Colorado?
Mm-hmm. My oldest moved out to Colorado about 4 or 5 months ago.
Okay.
That's Kaya.
Is she going to see you?
She lives in Fort Collins and she works in a law firm.
Really?
Yeah.
Like a paralegal or something?
Yeah, basically learning a bit about law.
What would you say the similarities are between working in a law firm and working at Revenue River? You've been to the agency a lot.
The similarities.
Any similarities?
No, I don't think there are.
None?
I don't think there are at all, actually. Very, very different places.
Did you say you like lawyers?
No, I don't. I dislike going through a divorce. Dislike lawyers.
Yeah. I think the only people that likes lawyers are lawyers' wives or husbands.
God, I hate lawyers. Oh, me too.
Yeah, and banks.
And banks, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what kind of advice would you give? There's a lot of marketers here, a lot of employees here, a lot of employers here.
Yeah.
You also know a lot about like the agency dynamic, of course. You know certainly a lot about our agency dynamic. What advice would you give to maybe somebody who's working with Revenue River? Like, what do you think some of the steps to success are? I think you've been probably one of our most successful client relationships, you were a friend of the agency. We've done some great things together. Why? Like, why do you get it, and what do other people need to get in order for us to have a mutually beneficial relationship?
Well, I think there's a certain amount of, and this probably comes from my agency experience, I think there's a certain amount of trust that comes into play with your agency. You have to pretty much let them do their thing. That's why you're hiring them.
Power us to be experts.
Yeah, and because you're working with companies' brands, there's a lot of ownership of those brands within the company, so that means they have to learn to let go a bit. That's not the easiest thing to do.
Sure.
So it takes
Content
a long.
really comes into play with
Absolutely.
that. Yeah, that makes sense. I think that's all good advice. How many reference calls do you think you've done for Revenue River over the years? Like, I've worn you out on the old references. You do such a good job of selling us.
It's no more than 10. I mean, it's not that many, and I don't.
Go well too much.
It's easy to talk to. It's easy to talk about Revenue River and my experience with them. So, and people seem to respond to it.
Yeah. What's your favorite thing to do in Colorado when you come visit?
Fish.
Fish. Can you recap like your first experience fishing? Do you remember back then, like when that was, why that was? Can you just give us the story of your first Colorado fishing?
First Colorado fishing experience was probably about 4 years ago, I'm guessing, 3.5, 4 years ago. I think we were outside Bailey, outside the Conoco and Bailey at
Boxwood?
At Boxwood Canyon, or Boxwood Gulch.
Yep.
And I put on waders. I stepped in the water, and my life was never the same again. It was literally that there. So I remember that. For me now, fishing, standing in a river is like being part of the earth. And that was very therapeutic, and that was what I picked up that first time. I think I pulled a brown the first line that I dropped in the water, and before anybody else, if I'm not mistaken, I thought you guys were seeding those fish.
First fish.
Yeah.
First fish.
You cued the fish, and you said, give one to Jonathan, and I did, and that was a memorable experience. Yeah.
Who would you say your favorite fishing guide is?
John Kiefover.
John Kiefover.
Yeah.
What, the Blue Quill?
Blue Quill. Yep.
Yeah, you guys are big fans. Yeah, we getting tight on time, Sammy. Anything else you want to talk about? You want to ask me anything? You want to tell more fishing stories?
Who's your favorite kid?
We went over this already. It's not going to happen. Learned my lesson.
I've got no questions for you. It's great to see all you guys here. Great to see the Revenue River team on the East Coast.
Yeah.
And I look forward to the next time I see you guys, which will hopefully be sooner rather than later.
Absolutely. I got one bonus question for you. Have you ever carried your fly rod onto a plane, even though you weren't actually going to go fishing?
No, but that's a hell of an idea, just to kind of stir up the conversation. I like that. No, I haven't done that. I have not done that.
I saw a guy walk on the plane on our way out with a 2-piece, and they couldn't get in the overhead.
Yeah, it's no good.
Would you tell people to buy a 4-piece over a 2-piece?
I absolutely would tell people to get a 4-piece. Yeah, and with a with a very clearly labeled. Like, basically, you want people to wonder what the hell that is, except for fishermen who'd be like, "Where are you going?"
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Good. Awesome, man. It was good to see you again, my friend.
Thanks, brother.
Thanks for coming on the show.
My pleasure.
Another episode of The Hot Seat with my good friend Jonathan.
That wasn't really a hot seat at all, though.
No, it was pretty easy. I was pretty relaxed on him. I have a lot of respect for this guy, so I treat him a little differently than other people. Goodbye.